Hello everyone, I am Guru Prasad Upadhyay, HOD, Department of Mathematics, CEC. For the diploma students, to prepare for the entrance exam DCET, I am going to explain you some mathematical concepts to solve the CET questions. So I am going to discuss in the two videos. In the first video, metrics, determinants, limits, vectors, probability and straight lines. And in the second video, I'm going to discuss differentiation, integrations, and applications of derivatives and integrations. Now, I will start with the matrix problems. The first question, to find the inverse of the 2 by 2 matrix. 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. To find the adjoint of A, interchange the principal diagonal element and change the sign of the remaining element. And determinant of A is here 3 to the 6 minus 5 on the 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. Therefore, it is 1 by 1 into 3 minus 5 minus 1, 2. Therefore, answer is 3 minus 5 minus 1, 2. Answer is D. Just remember this formula. Inverse of A is 1 by determinant of A. That means AD minus BC. And interchange the principal diagonal element A and D, D and A, and change the sign of the remaining element minus B minus C. Therefore, inverse of A is 3 minus 5 minus 1, 2. One more example. If A is 2, 3, 3, 4, determinant of A is 4 to the 8 minus 3 into 3, 9. 8 minus 9 is minus 1. Therefore, multiply the adjoint by minus 1. So it becomes minus 4, 3, 3 minus 2. Answer is C. Next question. To find the characteristic roots, one simple technique is first to observe the sum of the principal diagonal element. Here 3 and 4. Their sum is 7. And check the answer. Sum of the roots. 2 plus 5 is 7. And 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Minus 2 plus 5 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. But only one answer with the sum of the roots 7. Therefore, A is the answer. Very simple technique. No need to go for solving the characteristic equation. So, eigenvalue or characteristic roots, that is very simple technique. Sum of the characteristic roots equal to sum of the principal diagonal elements. One more example. Here sum of the principal diagonal element is 3 minus 2. Their sum is 1. With the sum 1, there are only one answer, that is B. 2 and minus 1. Their sum is 1. Therefore, answer is B. Next question. To find the transpose of A minus B, the first entry is minus 2 minus minus 3 in A minus B. That is minus 2 plus 3. That is 1. First entry 1 with only one answer given, that is B. Answer B 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, no need to check the remaining elements. Answer is B. Same logic here. First entry 2A minus B minus 1 minus into 2, that is minus 2 minus minus 3, that is plus 3. Minus 2 plus 3 is 1. First entry 1, there are 3 answers with the first entry 1, then go for the second entry, that is 4 to the 8 minus 3, 5. It's a transpose, means it becomes the element in the second row first column. So answer with the 1, 5 first column, that is A. Therefore, A is the answer. So no need to simplify everything. Okay. Next one. To find the value of the determinant, no need to expand this determinant. Very simple technique. Just see the entries given. First row, second row. Sum of the first row and second row is the third row. Therefore, from the third row, if I delete the first row and second row, it becomes 0, 0, 0. Third row becomes 0 row, and hence determinant is 0. Because there is one property, if you add or subtract any row from any other row, value of the determinant unaltered. That means it remains same, and hence if the one row is 0 row, then its determinant is 0. Answer is D. To find the cofactor of x, first see the entry x, that is second row, third column. Therefore, minus 1 power 2 plus 3, that is 5. Minus 1 into determinant obtained by deleting the row and columns, second row and third column, that is 1, 1, 3, 1. That is determinant of 1, 1, 3, 1 is 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. Minus of minus 2 is plus 2. Answer is A. Next question. To find the determinant of this matrix, that means in the third row, if you remove the second row, that means third row minus second row becomes 1, 1, 1, and second row minus first row becomes 1, 1, 1. If two rows are identical, the value of the determinant is 0. Therefore, answer is A. Next question. Suppose A is 3 by 3 matrix, then 3A is each element is multiplied by 3. Then you are going to find determinant. In determinant, you can take common element from each row. From each row, you are taking 3 outside. 3 into 3 into 3 into determinant of A. So, answer is C. See the logic here. Determinant of a constant x into A is x power n into determinant of A. Here n is order. Here order is 3. 3 power 3 into determinant of E. 27 into determinant of A. Next question. Cofactor of 3. 3 is second row first column. Therefore, minus 1 power 2 plus 1 is 3. And deleting the second row first column, the determinant is 2. 2 into minus. So, B is the answer. Minus 1 power 2 plus 1, that is minus 1 into determinant of 2, that is 2. Minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. Next question. In solving the simultaneous linear equations, so 3 equations are given using Cramer's rule. How to find value of the delta y? Delta y means in the coefficient matrix, delete the second column by constant column 0, 3, 0, 5, 3. Therefore, the determinant of 1, 0, 0, 2, 5, minus 1, 1, 3, 1. So, when you expand that determinant, so it is 1 into 5 minus minus 3, that is 8. And remaining two elements are 0, 0, therefore it is 8 only. So 1 into 5 into 1 minus 3 into minus 1 plus 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 into 1 is 8. Similarly, in 2 by 2 matrix, to find the delta x in Cramer's rule, first element 1 minus 1 3, replace 1 by 3, 3 minus 1 and 5 1. Determinant of 3 minus 1 and 5 1. So 3 minus minus 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. Answer is D. To find the solution of these simultaneous linear equations, don't solve this. Just substitute the given value. For example, if I substitute D, x equal to 0, y equal to 0, then it satisfies the first equation but not the second. And similarly, C, x is minus 1, y is 1 means 1 minus 1 is minus 2. So it does not satisfy the first equation. But the first answer A, x is 1, y is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, it satisfies the first equation. Similarly, 2 into 1 plus 3 into 1, that is 5. Therefore, answer is A. So just by direct substitution, you are able to get the answer. Next question. This is about vectors. If the two vectors are orthogonal, that means they are perpendicular, then what is the value of lambda? When the two vectors are orthogonal, if their dot product is 0. How to find dot product? A dot B is A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. Here 2 into 1 plus minus 1 into minus 2, that is again 2, 4 plus lambda into minus 2 lambda equal to 0. So 2 lambda is 4, lambda is 2. So answer is C. So A dot B is 0 implies A is perpendicular to B. That means they are orthogonal. So A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is 0 means 2 plus 2 minus 2 lambda is 0. So lambda 2 lambda is 4, lambda is 2. To find the angle between the vectors, for the given vectors, angle between the vector means cos theta is A dot B by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. Here magnitude of A is square root of 1 plus 1, that is root 2. Magnitude of B is also root 2. And A dot B is 1 into 1 plus 1 into 0 plus 0 into 1. Because here first vector K is not there, therefore 1 1 0 1 0 1. A dot B becomes 1, 1 by root 2 into root 2, 1 by 2. Cos theta is 1 by 2 means theta is cos inverse of 1 by 2. Cos of 60 degrees half. 60 degree means pi by 3. So answer is D. Next question. Sine of angle between the vectors. To find the sine of angle between the vectors, first find A cross B. A cross B means I, J, K, 1, 2, minus 2, 2, 1, 1. So it's a determinant. Magnitude. A cross B is 4I plus 5J minus 3K. Its magnitude is square root of 4 square plus 5 square plus 3 square. So 4 square plus 3 square, 25 plus 25, 50. Determinant of A is root square root of 1 plus 4 plus 4, that is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. And determinant of B is square root of 4 plus 1 plus 1, that is 6. So 3 root 6. Root 50 means 25 into 2, that means 5 root 2. Denominator root 6 means root 2 into root 3. Cancel root 2. So 5 by 3 root 3. Therefore answer is A. Cosine of the angle between the vectors A dot B by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. That is cos theta, cosine of angle. So you are going to find only cosine of angle between them, and magnitude of A is square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square, that is root 3. Again magnitude of B is also root 3. And A dot B is 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 minus 1 into 1. So it is 1 plus 1 minus 1 means 1. 1 by 3. Answer is C. Next question. Projection of any vector A along or on another vector B is A dot B by magnitude of B. Here magnitude of B is square root of 1 plus 4 plus 4, that is square root of 9. So magnitude of B is 3. So denominator is 3. And to find A dot B, A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3, 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2 plus minus 5 into minus 2. That means minus 5 into minus 2 is 10. 10 plus 6 plus 2, 18 by 3. Therefore answer is B. So component of A in the direction of B, or projection of A along B, or projection of A on B is A dot B by magnitude of B. 18 by 3 is 6. position vector of the triangles are given. Suppose triangle is ABC. So the point A is 2 minus 1 1, B is 1 minus 3 minus 5, C is 3 minus 4 minus 4. And the triangle becomes whether it is right angle triangle or right angled isosceles triangle or isosceles triangle or equilateral triangle. This is the question. For that you are going to find the vector AB, vector BC, vector CA. Now vector AB is nothing but position vector of B minus position vector of A. Therefore, to find the vector AB, B minus A, so it becomes 1 minus 2, that is minus 1i, minus 3 minus minus 1 minus 2j, and minus 5 minus 1k minus 6k. And similarly vector BC, vector AC. After finding vector AB, BC, AC, find the length, that is magnitude. AB is nothing but magnitude of vector AB, square root of 1 square plus 2 square plus 6 square, 36 plus 4, 40 plus 1, 41. Similarly, magnitude of vector BC, that is length of BC, that is root 6, length of AC is root 35. By observation, 35 plus 6 is 41. Therefore, AC square plus BC square is AB square. So, Pythagoras formula, and hence it is right angle triangle. And no two sides are equal. Therefore, it is not isosceles or equilateral. Therefore, answer is A. Next question. Unit vector perpendicular to both of the vector is nothing but 1 by magnitude of A cross B into A cross B. Therefore, first you find A cross B. So, A cross B is nothing but ijk 2 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 2. So, 2 minus minus 1, 2 minus minus 1 into minus 1, that is plus 1. So, 2 minus 1 is 1i minus 5j plus minus 3k, and its magnitude is square root of 1 square plus 5 square plus 3 square, therefore root 35. So unit vector is 1 by root 35 into I minus 5j minus 3k. If the angle between A and B is 60 degree, then how to find A dot B? So one more formula for A dot B is magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos of angle between them, cos 60. 2 into 1 into cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Therefore, 2 into 1 into 1 by 2 is 1. Answer is C. Next question. Area of the triangle with the two sides are given, that is magnitude of A cross B divided by 2, half of the magnitude of A cross B. So first find A cross B, that is I minus 3j plus k. You know how to find A cross B, and its magnitude is square root of 1 plus 9 plus 1, so square root of 11 divided by 2. Similarly, area of the parallelogram is just A cross B magnitude, no need to divide by 2. So find A cross B. A cross B is minus 3i minus 2j plus 4k, and its magnitude is square root of 3 square plus 2 square plus 4 square, so root 29. Next question is, if the probability of A is 0.3, probability of B is 0.4, then what is probability of A intersection B? Probability of A intersection B is also given, that is 0.2. Then to find probability of A union B, that is one addition rule, probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. 0.3 plus 0.4 minus 0.2. Therefore, it is 0.5. Next question. If the probability of A is 0.4, then its complement probability. So another event, complement of A, either A or A bar. Therefore, total probability is 1 means the remaining is 0.6. 1 minus 0.4, that is 0.6. Answer is D. So probability of A bar is 1 minus probability of A. So 1 minus 0.4. So that is 0.6. Next question. How to convert a complex number into polar form? Here x minus I into y. X minus iy. The concept here is x minus iy is r into cos theta minus I sin theta. To find r, square root of x square plus y square. So 1 plus root 3 square is 3. So square root of 4 is 2. And to find theta, tan inverse of y by x, tan inverse of root 3 by 1. You know that tan pi by 3 is root 3. So tan inverse of root 3 is pi by 3. Pi by 3 means 60 degree. But don't write 60 degree here. Substitute in radian mode only. Therefore, tan inverse root 3 is pi by 3. And hence, the polar form is r into 2 into cos pi by 3 minus I sin pi by 3. See, minus sign means x minus iy. Therefore, minus sign here, minus I sin pi by 3. Answer is C. Next question. To simplify this, use De Moivre's theorem. Now, cis theta, cos theta plus I sin theta. So apply that formula. Cis theta whole power n is cis n theta. That means cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Therefore, you collect all amplitudes from this expression. Cis 3 into 3 9 theta. Here minus sign means minus 7 theta. And when you take this in the numerator, it is 5 into 2 10 theta minus 10 theta. Here minus sign means when you take into numerator, it becomes plus 8 theta. So answer is cis 9 theta minus 7 theta minus 10 theta plus 8 theta. Cis 0. Cos 0 plus I sin 0. You know that cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. So answer is 1. Next question. So in this trigonometric function, tan A plus cot A. How to simplify tan A plus cot A? Tan A is sin by cos A. Cot A is cos A by sin A. By taking common denominator, numerator becomes 1. Sin square A plus cos square A is 1. Denominator is sin A into cos A. That is 1 by sin A into 1 by cos A. 1 by sin A is cosecant A. 1 by cos A is secant A. Answer is B. Tan A plus cot A is sin A by cos A plus cos A by sin A. By taking common denominator, cos A sin A into sin square A plus cos square A. Just multiply these two, sin A and sin A, that is sin square A, and cos A into cos A, cos square A. So their sum is 1. 1 by cos A into sin A. 1 by cos A is secant A, 1 by sin A is cosecant A. Therefore, answer is B. Next question. To simplify this, sin square theta is nothing but 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus cos square theta is nothing but 1 minus cos theta into 1 plus cos theta. Cancel 1 minus cos theta. Remaining term this is 1 plus cos theta. Similarly, this becomes 1 plus sin theta. But you are subtracting. So 1 cancel. Cos theta minus sin theta. Cos theta minus sin theta means answer is D. So sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. That is 1 minus cos theta into 1 plus cos theta. Cancel 1 minus cos theta. Remaining term is 1 plus cos theta. And in the second term, it remains 1 plus sin theta. Subtracting means 1 cancels, cos theta minus sin theta. Answer. Okay. Next question. Secant A plus tan A is 1. Then how to find cos A? See, we know that secant square A is 1 plus tan square A. Therefore, secant square A minus tan square A is 1. A square minus B square is A minus B into A plus B. Therefore, secant A minus tan A into secant A plus tan A is 1. Secant A minus tan A is 1 by secant A plus tan A. 1 by 1 is 1. So, secant A plus tan A is 1. Secant A minus tan A is 1. By adding 2 secant A is 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 secant A is 2. Secant A is 1. Reciprocal of secant A is cos A. So, cos A is also 1. Answer is A. See this. Secant A minus tan A is reciprocal of secant A plus tan A. Therefore, 1 by 1. That is 1. and adding the given and this second a minus tan a. 2 second a is 1 plus 1 is 2, second a is 1. That's all. Same logic here, cosecant square a equal to, see here, cosecant square a is 1 plus cot square a. So cosecant square a minus cot square a is 1. So cosecant a minus cot a is 1 by cosecant a plus cot a. Therefore, cosecant a minus cot a is 1 by 2. By adding 2 cosecant a is 2 plus 1 by 2. 2 plus 1 by 2 is 5 by 2. Therefore, cosecant a is 5 by 4. Reciprocal of cosecant a is sin a, that is 4 by 5. So answer is B. See the logic here, cosecant a minus cot a is 1 by cosecant a plus cot a, that is given 2, therefore it is 1 by 2. Add the given equation and this equation, 2 cosecant a is 2 plus 1 by 2, 2 to the 4 plus 1 5, 5 by 2. Therefore cosecant a is 5 by 2 into 2 4, reciprocal is sin a, that is 4 by 5. Now to simplify this, see the angle given here, cos of 90 degree plus theta. See, if you add or subtract to 90 degree, then it is co-function, cos becomes sin, sin becomes cos, like that, tan becomes cot, like that. Okay, cos of 90 plus theta is sin theta, but this angle is in second quadrant, therefore minus sin theta. And secant theta, minus theta means fourth quadrant, so secant theta becomes positive, cos and secant positive in fourth quadrant, so it is just secant theta. Tan of 180 plus theta, tan theta, because third quadrant, tan becomes positive. Secant 360 minus theta, again 360 you can remove, periodic, therefore secant of minus theta is secant theta, fourth quadrant. Sin of 180 plus theta, 180 means full second quadrant plus theta means third quadrant, sin is negative, minus sin theta. Cot of 90 minus theta, this is first quadrant, and 90 minus means cot becomes tan. So it is tan theta. Tan theta, this tan theta cancels, minus sin theta cancels, secant theta cancels. Everything cancels means 1 remains. Therefore, answer is D. So cos of 90 plus theta is minus sin theta because co-function second quadrant cos is negative, minus sin theta. Secant of minus theta is secant theta, fourth quadrant. Tan 180 plus theta is tan theta, third quadrant. Secant 360 minus theta is secant theta, fourth quadrant. Sin 180 plus theta, third quadrant, therefore minus sin theta. Cot 90 minus theta, first quadrant, therefore tan theta. So co-angle 90 minus theta, co-angle cot becomes tan, and cancel everything, the remaining term is 1. Next, cos theta is given and theta is in fourth quadrant. If theta is in fourth quadrant, only cos and secant are positive. Cos and secant are positive. And you just imagine the right angle triangle, hypotenuse is 5, adjacent side is 3, therefore opposite side is 4. So sin means 4 by 5, cos 3 by 5, but sin 4 by 5 with minus sign because fourth quadrant. Tan is 4 by 3, opposite is 4, adjacent is 3, like that. Therefore, answer is A. See the logic here, sin theta minus 4 by 5, cos theta given 3 by 5, tan is negative but 4 by 3, minus of minus plus 4 by 3, secant is positive, secant theta, reciprocal of cos theta 5 by 3, cosecant theta negative, reciprocal of sin theta, so minus 5 by 4, cot is negative, reciprocal of tan 3 by 4, minus of minus plus 3 by 4. Now how to simplify? First simplify these two because denominator is same, so minus 1 by 5, and here simplify these two, that is minus 5 plus 3, minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2 by 4 is minus 1 by 2. Now simplify this, common denominator 15 minus 3 plus 20, that is 17, and denominator 15. Divided by means take the reciprocal of this, multiplied by. So here common 6, here 10 minus 3, 7. 7 by 6, take the reciprocal. Followed? 7 by 6, reciprocal is 6 by 7. And simplify. Here 17 minus 3 plus 20 is 17, 6, 15, cancel 3, here 2, here 5. So 5 7 is 35, 17 2 is 34. Next question. Product rule. Sin A, sin B, sin C. So first apply sin A, sin B, sin 3t, sin 2t. That is half of cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Now half of cos A minus B, 3t minus 2t, that is t, minus cos 3t plus 2t, that is 5t. Again multiply with sin t, half of cos t sin t minus cos 5t sin t. Cos A cos B formula once again. Cos A sin B formula, that is half sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. Now half into half, 1 by 4 sin A plus B t plus t 2t, and sin A minus B sin 0, that is 0, minus sin A plus B sin 6t minus sin A minus B 4t. Take minus inside, so it is nothing but 1 by 4 sin 2t plus sin 4t minus sin 6t. Just remember this formula, that's all. So by heart this. This is useful even in engineering classes also. Okay, next question. Same logic for cos. So cos A cos B formula, apply twice cos A cos B formula. So it becomes 1 by 4th of 1 plus cos 2t plus cos 4t plus cos 6t. So this is by practice only or by heart this formula. Answer is D. Don't waste time for these problems. Okay. Next question. Now 1 minus cos 2 theta, that is 2 sin square theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. Cancel 2. Sin square by cos square is tan square. Square root is tan theta. So direct result. These are all repeated questions. It comes many times in many places. Therefore, please remember 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sin square theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. Therefore, this result is tan theta. See, half of this 2 theta is theta. Suppose here it is theta given, then here theta by 2. That's all. Answer is C. Just direct formula, substitute the formula and simplify. Next question. I told you already, secant theta minus tan theta plus 1. 1 is nothing but secant square minus tan square theta. This only in the numerator. Replace 1 by secant theta minus tan theta into secant theta plus tan theta. Then you take secant theta minus tan theta from the numerator outside. 1 plus secant theta plus tan theta. Denominator you cancel. Finally it becomes secant theta minus tan theta. Secant means 1 by cos. Tan means sin by cos. Denominator cos means 1 minus sin theta by cos theta. Therefore answer is A. See this 1. Numerator 1 is only replaced by secant theta minus tan theta into secant theta plus tan theta. We know that secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1. A square minus B square formula. So secant minus tan theta into secant theta plus tan theta. From the numerator, take secant theta minus tan theta outside. Numerator becomes 1 plus secant theta plus tan theta by 1 plus secant theta plus tan theta cancels. The remaining term secant theta minus tan theta, 1 by cos theta minus sin theta by cos theta, common denominator cos theta, therefore 1 minus sin theta by cos theta. Okay, next question. To find the formula for sin cube x. So just remember sin 3x formula. Sin 3x is nothing but 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x. Take this 4 sin cube x left side. 3 sin x minus sin 3x. Divide by 4. Therefore, answer is B. Next question. Cos cube x. Similarly, just see the formula of cos 3x. That is 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. Therefore, take 3 cos x left side. That means cos 3x plus 3 cos x divided by 4. So you will get cos cube x. 1 by 4th of 3 cos x plus cos 3x. To find secant 1000 degree. Now, nearest multiple of 360, nearest to 1000, that you first find. That means 360, 360, 360, again one more 360, 360, 3 times 360, and in that plus or minus. So 3 times of 360, that is 1080, minus 80 is 1000. So you can remove this. It becomes secant of minus 80. That is secant 80. Fourth quadrant secant is negative, positive. Secant and cos is positive in fourth quadrant. So secant of minus 80, that is secant 80. But secant 80 is not given here. Therefore, use co-angle, that is 90 minus theta. 90 minus 80 means it becomes cosecant, first quadrant. 90 minus 80 is 10. Answer is A, cosecant 10. Next question, here also. Even multiple of pi, that means 2 pi, 4 pi, like that you remove. So, nearest value is 18 pi by 3. 18 pi by 3 minus pi by 3 is 17 pi by 3. Therefore, 18 pi by 3 means 18 by 3, 6 pi. So, 2 pi, 2 pi, 2 pi. You can remove multiple of 2 pi. The remaining is minus pi by 3. Cos of minus theta is cos theta. Fourth quadrant cos is positive. Cos pi by 3, cos 60. Cos 60 is nothing but half. Answer is C. Next question. Tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse half. It is direct formula. Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. Therefore, tan inverse x minus y, 1 minus half by 1 plus half. 1 minus half is half. 1 plus half is 3 by 2. Cancel 2. 1 by 3 remains. Tan inverse 1 by 3 is nothing but cot inverse 3. Reciprocal of that. So tan inverse 1 by 3 is not given answer. Therefore, it is cot inverse 3. Okay. But in this case, in question number 44, tan inverse 7 by 2 plus tan inverse 2 by 7. Just imagine, tan inverse 2 by 7 is nothing but cot inverse 7 by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. Therefore, it is answer B, pi by 2. So, direct one, simple logic. Replace tan inverse 2 by 7 by cot inverse 2 by 7. Then both value x is same. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. That's all. Next one. To find the limit as n tends to infinity, if the degrees of the numerator expression and denominator expressions are equal, then take the coefficient of the highest degree. Numerator 3n square, ignore other two. Denominator n into n, n square, 1n square, ignore other things. So 3n square by 1n square is 3. Answer is 3. Answer B. That's all. It's very simple logic. Taking the coefficient of highest degree terms in the numerator and denominator, if the degrees are same. So 3n square by 1n square, that is 3 by 1 equal to 3. Okay. Here denominator degree is more than the numerator degree. Denominator degree more means no doubt it is 0. If the numerator degree is more, then it is infinity. That's all. Denominator n cube. N cube means denominator n cube, numerator n square. Therefore, denominator degree more means 1 by infinity form, that is 0. Answer is C. If the denominator degree more than the numerator degree, then the limit is 0. That's all. Very simple logic. Here, you just remember the formula. Sin Ax by tan Ax is A by B. That's all. Sin Ax by tan Bx as x tends to 0. 2 by 3. Just the simple formula. Just remember that logic. But actual logic is multiply and dividing by 3x for the numerator, multiply and dividing by the 2x from the denominator. Then sin theta by theta, theta tends to 0 is 1. Tan theta by theta, theta tends to 0 is 1. 3x by 2x is 3 by 2. Cancel x. So this is the logic. Okay. Next question. X square by sin square 2x. Make it sin 2x whole square. Sin square 2x means. So sin 2x by 2x whole square. So denominator x square you can take in the denominator. sin square 2x by x square, but I want 2 square also, 4 also, multiply and dividing by 4 in the denominator, therefore answer is 1 by 4. Sin theta by theta you convert. So 1 by 4 into sin square 2x by 4x square. Why 4x square is required? 2x whole square. Sin square theta by theta square. Its limit is 1. As x tends to 0 means theta tends to 0. Therefore 2x whole square is 4x square. 4 is not there. Multiply and dividing by 4. Sin square theta by theta square is 1. 1 by 4 remains. Answer is 1 by 4. That is A. Next question. To find the limit of this, but here x tends to 1, not infinity, therefore don't take the coefficient. So what to do for this? Either use L'Hospital or L'Hopital's rule, that means derivative of the numerator by derivative of the denominator, and then put x equal to 1 if it is 0 by 0 form. Since it is 0 by 0 form, 2x plus 2 by 2x, put x is 1, 2 plus 2 4 by 2, or factorize the numerator and denominator, cancel the 0 term and find the limit. So answer is B, that is 2. Because so you can apply any rule here. The first rule is L'Hopital's rule, that means derivative of the numerator by derivative of the denominator and put x equal to 1, or factorize the numerator, cancel x minus 1, similarly factorize the denominator. So put x equal to 1, 3 plus 1 4 by 2, 4 by 2 is 2. Now here also you can use L'Hopital's rule, very simple. Derivative of the numerator, x power 5 derivative, x power n derivative, n x power n minus 1, x power 5 derivative, 5 x power 4, denominator 2x, x square derivative 2x, x power 5 derivative 5x power 4, x square derivative 2x, x cube derivative 3x square, like that. So 5x power 4 by 2x, cancel x or substitute x equal to 2, 5x power 4 by 2x, answer is B. So 5 into 2 power 4 by 2 into 2. So cancel 4, the remaining 4 is in the numerator, 5 into 4 is 20. Or use the property, this limit. This is not 1 actually, it is A. X power n minus a power n by x minus a is n a power n minus 1, it is not n. So this is some mistake is here, n into a power n minus 1. Therefore apply that rule, 5 into 2 power 4, here 2 into 2 power 1, so it is 20. Or derivative of x power 5, 5x power 4, derivative of x square, that is 2x, put x equal to 2, so you will get 20. Next question, equation of the line passing through minus 2 1 and perpendicular to the given line. Now perpendicular to this line means interchange this 3 and 2 and change this sign. If it is plus, then change sign, minus. If it is minus, then change sign to plus. That means it is 3x plus 2y. Interchange these two. 3x plus 2y and put this value. 3x, 3 into minus 2, 6, plus 2y, 6 plus 2. Okay. Minus 2 into 3, minus 6, plus 2 into 1, 2, minus 4, equal to minus 4. Bring this side, plus 4. Therefore 3x plus 2y plus 4. Answer is D. The logic here is, equation of the line passing through x1 y1 and perpendicular to ax minus by plus c is bx plus ay. See this, interchange a and b and make it plus sign and substitute x1 y1 here, bx1 plus a y1. So 3x plus 2y, first step. First step is interchange these two, change the sign, 3x plus 2y equal to, and then for this x and y substitute minus 2 and 1, minus 6 plus 2, that is minus 4. Bring this side, plus 4. So answer is D. Next question, slope of the line joining the points, you know, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. y2, 3 minus minus 1. 3 minus minus 1 is 4. Minus 1 minus minus 2 is 1. So answer is D. Next question, if the x and y intercepts of the lines are given 2 and 3, then its equation is Intercept form x by a, x by 2 plus y by 3 equal to 1 and multiply by 6. Then you'll get 3x, 3x plus 2y minus 6 equal to 0. So just simplify this. 3x plus 2y is 6. Bring that 6 left side. So minus 6. Answer is C. Next question. Equation of the line passing through one point and parallel to the given line. Parallel to given line means just ignore this 5. 2x plus 3y remains same because it is parallel. No change in the slope. 2x plus 3y equal to minus 4 plus 3. That is minus 1. Bring that minus 1 left side. So answer is A. Equation of the line passing through x1 y1 parallel to ax plus by plus c is ax plus by equal to ax1 plus by1. Substitute x1 y1 in this. Therefore, substitute minus 2 1 minus 4 plus 3, that is minus 1. Bring this side plus 1. That's all. Next question. Equation of the line passing through the origin and making the angle 135 degree with positive direction of x-axis. Now, you know that equation of the line is y equal to mx plus c. But here y-intercept passing through origin means y-intercept is 0. 0, 0 means y-intercept is 0. Therefore, y equal to mx. M is tan of 135 degree. Tan of 135 is nothing but minus tan 45. That means in second quadrant tan is negative, minus 1. X, y equal to minus 1 into x. Y equal to minus x means x plus y is 0. Therefore, answer is B. So, M is tan 135, that is minus 1. Substitute y-intercept is 0. Y equal to mx is the equation of the line. That's all. Next question. Equation of the line passing through one point and with the slope 3 by 4. Y equal to mx. Just imagine that y equal to mx means y equal to 3 by 4x. That means 3x by 4. 4 you bring this side. 4y equal to 3x plus c or 3x minus 4y. 3x minus 4y. First you take 3x minus 4y and passing through 1 1 means substitute 1 1 here, minus 1, that is right side, bring this side. Therefore, 3x minus 4y plus 1 equal to 0. So, it is very simple concept. Okay. Next question. See this equation of the line with the slope a by b is ax minus by. Equation of the line with the slope 3 by 4 is 3x minus 4y. First this one 3x minus 4y. Then substitute x1 y1 value, that is 1 1 here. 3x minus 4y, 3 minus 1 minus 4, that is minus 1. So, therefore, it is answer A. Okay. Next question. Okay. Next question we are discussing in the next video. Now, this video up to derivative. Next, differentiation, integrations and applications of derivative and integrations, that I am going to discuss in the next video. Thank you for listening. Now, for any doubts, you can contact myself. That is, so my email address is given and phone number is there. For any doubt, you can discuss with me directly, or Mrs. Chaitra, her number is given and email address is also given. Please go through it, and for any doubt you can ask or you can discuss any concept what I discussed here. Thank you very much. Okay.